2, 1, go take.
At 6 o'clock, the ground war on Iraq.
George Alagaya, the 6 o'clock news.
Good evening and welcome to the BBC's News at 6.
And the George you saw each evening, that warm authority, was the George we knew off-screen.
At 6 o'clock, the ground war on Iraq has begun.
Gentle, kind, but blessed with the intelligence and empathy that made him a wonderful friend and a brilliant foreign correspondent.
Going to be asking her questions and talking to her.
He joined the BBC in 1989 and was soon reporting from the world's troubled spots.
How long and at what human cost can these camps be sustained?
War, hunger, genocide.
I haven't the heart to count, and it doesn't really matter.
He saw the worst, but there was always an understanding and compassion rooted in his origins.
There is hunger here, but there's also peace.
This report in particular had a special resonance. It was his birthplace, Colombo.
To Sri Lanka, an assignment with added poignancy because this is where I was born.
Women that you see.
And Africa was where he'd grown up when his family moved to a newly independent Ghana.
That house, number 10 2nd Avenue, every morning we'd get into a car, into my dad's Mercedes, and off we'd go to school.
And then came university in Durham, where he met his wife, Frances. Many years later, she was one of the inspirations for telling the story of mixed-race relationships in Britain.
This is our story, but it's also the history of our country.
It wasn't that they wanted to live separately, they didn't really...
His ability to convey warmth and authority made him a natural TV presenter.
10 seconds.
And so, in 2003, a new job. This, the slightly nerve-jangling moment before his first 6 o'clock news.
Good evening and welcome to the 6 o'clock news.
First tonight, the build-up in the Gulf. The Mayor of London, Boris Johnson.
Over the next 10 years, he became part of daily life for millions.
Good evening and welcome to the BBC's News at 6 from Downing Street. Now, if you want to get an idea of just how bad this flooding can get, take a look behind me. Right through the night, by the way, we've had aftershocks. You can feel the ground rumble beneath you.
And then, 11 years on, there was bad news that he later discussed in this interview with Nick Robinson.
Good to see you.
It was back in 2014, and I noticed there was some blood in my stools, in my poo. I went to the GP, and he said, look, you're 58, maybe we should just get you checked out.
5 operations later, he was back at work.
And I just want to say it's good to be back with you. That's all.
But the shadow of cancer was always there.
You know, I wish I hadn't had cancer, obviously, but I have cancer, and I'm glad of the things I've learned about myself and about my community, my friends and my family as a result.
I have got to places is to see life as a gift, and rather than kind of worrying about when it's going to end and how it's going to end, I've got to a place where I can see it for the gift it is.
George Alagaya. He'd seen more than his share of suffering, but like this programme, inspired by the happiness of his family, there was always warmth, that smile, and hope.
Britain has emerged as one of the most mixed nations on earth, and I, for one, am proud of that.